Hey guys, this is Brave Arms, and today we're continuing the series of getting a brand new pistol and shooting it with a red dot sight. As someone who's been shooting pistol with iron sights for a really long time, it's safe to say that shooting with a red dot sight on a pistol is a whole different experience. And because of that, I want to take you guys with me on my experience with shooting with a red dot sight, since it's a brand new feeling and everything. On the previous episode, we showed the gun, we showed installing the red dot sight, and now that we installed it, it's now time to zero the pistol. So we actually tackled the topic of zeroing. So if you haven't watched that yet, you can click up here to watch that video. But the difference is that's with a rifle. It follows roughly the same principle. But since it's a pistol and we're following this gun in this series, I figured we might as well take you guys with us. So without further ado, let's zero this pistol. So let me talk about the setup of the zeroing. So when it comes to zeroing, you want to minimize as many errors as possible. So as you can see, I have a bag here so that I can rest the handgun as I aim, as I pull the trigger, as I fire. So the gun's as stable as possible. And to keep things quick, I have already magazines ready and loaded over here. As of now, the target's like this close because for demonstration purposes. I don't know if it's the norm or something, but usually people zero at 25 meters. So that's what I'm going to be doing as well, zeroing at 25 meters. But at the same time, you also have to remember, you have the freedom to zero whatever distance you want. If you figure that zeroing at 15 meters is better for you, or even 10 meters for a self-defense situation wherein if your target's at 10 meters, it's basically a point-and-shoot affair, then zero it according to what you see fit. But for my purposes, I'm going to be zeroing at 25 because I know a lot of shooters that I follow do that, so I'll be doing just the same. And then later, actually, that's why I have this other target, because like what we said, it's all about data gathering. So after I zero the gun, I'm going to be using this target to take note of how my gun behaves at different distances. I have my notepad because to keep track of the movement of the dot. And then I have the tools to adjust the red dot. Now that the setup's taken care of, I'll go through the process. I'll show you a dry fire of it, and then we'll actually do it. Okay, so put in the mag, and then it'll be like lock and loaded, right? And then from there, I'm gonna take my time. I'm going to position my head in such a way that I'm actually firing the gun from a regular standing position. So since I'm cross-eye dominant, I'm gonna tilt my head slightly to the right so that I use my left eye because it's my dominant eye. I'm right-handed, but left eye. And then I will aim it as center on this top box as possible. And then steady creep in the trigger until it fires. And then bang. And then repeat, let go of the trigger, breathing, all that good stuff, and then proceed to do it all over again. Okay, so I'll be doing 3 shots because that will allow me to triangulate the average of where the gun's shooting. And after that, I will be adjusting the sight so that the point of aim and the point of impact are 25 meters is one and the same. Now that I showed you the setup, the only thing we have to do now is measure 25 meters. Okay, unload. I was aiming at this one. It went up here. So the average is around here. I'm going to need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 clicks to the left, and 1, 1, 2, 3. I marked the shots, my first string. So I decided to go 5 left and 21 ups. Wrote it on my notebook. So remember guys, data gather. It's a small thing, but it actually helps a lot. Right is like that, so 5 clicks to the left. 2, 3, 4, 5. And then up is like that, counterclockwise, so down clockwise. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, let's go. String number 2. Okay, loaded, show clear. Okay, so this is string number 2. Got a lot wider. I guess this is the flyer. If I were to, so it's somewhere around here. So I guess I'll do 2. From the center, it moved left more than right. So let me do 3 right, or maybe I'll go 2 down, like one down. I didn't mention, but so this is the first shots that the gun's actually experiencing today. One, 2, 3. So if I were to triangulate, that's pretty much dead center. I'll now aim for number 4. I'll aim for this one. Let's see where it lands. Based on this, I was aiming at this one. My shots were landing here. Majority are landing here. 4, I'm going to do a 3 up. And since I marked them, I can still shoot this target. I guess let's do 8 rounds. Let's do 8 rounds. Yeah. Okay. Based on this, like the shots, like the middle somewhere here, so I think that's acceptable. Now that I zeroed the gun where it needs to be, I'm going to be shooting at various distances and recording them. You want to know how your gun behaves in respect to your sights. So after zeroing, data collect on shooting the bullet, different distances and stuff like that. So with that, I will leave you with B-roll and we'll come back after everything's done. Based on the shots I was aiming at the red box, this is like roughly the deviations so far. Okay, so I'm gonna go further out, and so from here, I'll stop videoing. I'll do up to, I think, 30 meters, and then let's see, and I'll show you the results after. So after zeroing this gun, these are the results. Personally, what I like to do, I like to put the date, the gun, the sight, and then all the data I have on the bullets I'm using. So for this one, I'm using speed edge reloads. As you can see, if I shoot at like 3 meters or less, so basically point blank, it's going to be like 1 inch and 1/4, so 1.25 inches off. Try to zoom it in with the magic of video editing, but it's basically height over bore. And then the further the target goes, you can see it starts climbing until it meets at 25 meters. So from all this data, I can conclude that zeroing at 25 meters in a self-defense situation where when you see the dot, you want it a point shoot affair. For anything self-defense, this is going to work on pretty much any distance up to 35. Like you're gonna get these kinds of hits if you're aiming at your target with the dot. And then if you need really pinpoint accuracy, I have the data over here to say it. So like if it's if he's 5 meters, probably have to aim like an inch higher so that I will be able to hit where I want to accordingly. If there's any takeaway from this, check your equipment, check your zero, and don't forget to check and recheck. It's good to go around being carefully doubtful on the way things are, so we start to question, and if it remains the same, then all then good. If you learn something new, then you learn something new. Always be open, be curious, not judgmental. That's about it on this part of the series where I brought the gun out for the first time and I zeroed the pistol and I shot a few rounds, and as you can see, as long as you're using production handguns like this where there are big tolerances, it's okay to shoot reloads at the start. There's nothing wrong with it. If it's race guns, then that's a different story. But for production guns like this, it's safe to shoot reloads at the very start to break it in. But that's another discussion. Thanks for watching. Stay safe, stay healthy. And if you haven't yet, subscribe to the channel. We're gonna drop as much knowledge as we can. You know, this is a hobby, this is not a career, so it's gonna be sporadic. All the info we have, we'll put it here. And we'll see you in the next video.